everybody, it's back to school time, and you know what that means. Panic room has set in. My room is nowhere near ready. So come along with me and watch this video and see how I have gone from unpacking boxes to moving furniture to setting up shelves and getting my students ready for the first day of school. This is part one of Panic Room. So stay tuned and watch how I have set up my room so far. Or the little Tollsby picture frames that you get from IKEA. I plan on using those around the classroom for different center signs and table signs. I just bought about 4 of those to get me started. There's my son talking. I bought 2 sets of spiral notebooks that we'll use for interactive notebooks this year. I bought 1 set in red and 1 set in yellow, and I cover the ends of these with tape just to prevent that spiral from coming loose, and I'll show you how I do that later. And I bought a classroom set of plastic prong folders. I like the plastic ones better because they hold up, so we use those for poetry folders. So I'll start those and set those up. This is my one of my blow ups that I use to decorate my room. I've got to take it over to the gas station and blow it up. This is a big, move that out of the way. This is a big bag of books. I've got to get in there and sort it out that I brought from home. A bunch of books from my daughter that she doesn't need anymore because she's read them all, so I'm going to take them up there. This is a box of these are project cases that I ordered from Amazon. I'm going to use these to hold construction paper. I think I ordered about 10 or 15 of them. They're really good at holding lots of different units and different projects and things like centers that you can do, but I bought this specific grouping for all of my construction paper. I needed something to reorganize all that. I'll show you that one in a little bit. And then last night I just bought a set of Mr. Sketch markers. If you don't know Mr. Sketch markers, then you need to. If you've been living under a rock, those are awesome. So I bought my first of probably many sets of those, and cap erasers because we go through 1,000 of those, and just a set of pencils, colored pencils. I'll probably put those in a center somewhere. So that is it in the back of my van right now. So that's our round 1, and we're going to go do some setups. So we'll see you at school. So we have done book organization. I'll show you the library and the construction paper area. I'll do a classroom tour when everything's set up. It's kind of a mess right now, but I'll do kind of a scan of the room here in a second. I work in a school that has pods, so all of our grade levels are in pods, and we have no doors, just kind of open concept. And I can do a video of kind of how that works and how we make it work for our kids. So if you want me to do a video, or if you want me to do video a day in the life of what that's like, just leave me a comment. So I'm going to spin the camera around and show you one of our closets so you can see some of the organization. My closet right now is a mess, and so I'm going to kind of go through and reorganize everything from summer, because since we don't have walls, we don't have anywhere to put anything. So right now what I'm looking at is a hot mess. So I'm going to spin you around so you can see. This is one of my closets. Let me zoom out a little bit. And right now, for summer, I just kind of shoved everything inside. And hopefully here in a little bit, I'm going to get everything. This is going to be like my math and science closet. This is Tunstall Teaching Tidbits. This is her units that I absolutely love. We do have a math curriculum in our district. But I love her units. I don't follow them exactly. I kind of adapt them to what my kids need. So I have those up there in my binders. I've got to kind of fix those, kind of go back through and like reorganize those things to fit. And then I'll put like a lot of games and stuff on this side here in a little bit, and then some of my math manipulables and stuff will go underneath. And then down here I'll fix this for some of my science stuff. But when we pack up over the summer, a lot of my stuff just kind of gets shoved into closets, so that we have to get it up off the floor. So that's where I'm at right now, is pulling stuff back out and getting that kind of cleaned up. These are the bins that I showed you guys from my car, that I had my daughter go through, and my niece, and if you're watching this, Olivia, hi. They went through and they organized by color, and I got this idea from Pocketful of Primary. Love her. She had these in a filing cabinet. I do not have the filing cabinet space to do these, so I put all of mine are going to go in this bottom cabinet right here, which right now holds a lot of my binders and stuff. So I'm going to pull those out. Oh no, they fell. I'm going to pull a lot of my binders and stuff out and reorganize those. So that's where those are going to go when I get that cleaned out. So I'll give you guys a tour and let you see what we did today. So this is my library, and the way that I set up for my library for the first day of school, I will only have a couple of these sitting out. I like to have my kids work with me on how we organize our books and help me. So like I group my books by type of book. So like these are all Little Bill books. So I will work with them and try to guide them in the area that, oh, these are all Little Bill books. What would be a good label for our basket? And hopefully they'll say, you know, Little Bill, because they're all Little Bill books. And so we'll put a sticker on the front, and then I will put stickers on all of the books so that there's no second guessing on which basket they go in. I don't like to organize my library by AR. I know that a lot of schools like your library is organized by AR, but I do not like my library organized by AR books. I just like for them to read just for the enjoyment of reading, and if they We do AR in our school, but I don't push it. Personally, I just want them to go to the library and read a book and enjoy reading and try some of the comprehension strategies that we learn just for the enjoyment of it, not because they're being forced to take an AR test. And that's just me. So all of my books in my library are organized by theme or by genre or by author. And that's just the way that... Good morning, everybody. So, last time when we left off, my battery camera died, and I was kind of going through and giving you guys kind of an update of where we were in my classroom setup. I'm going to flip the camera around and go through and explain where we've left off. Now, where we were on Friday is not where I am today. I haven't had any extra time to work in here. I'm sure you guys completely know the feeling. We were in meetings all day yesterday, and here in a little bit we're going back to some more meetings and some trainings and workshops and things, so I won't get that much time this morning. So I wanted to just kind of give you a little bit of a tour so you could see where we were in classroom setup, and so you could see the uniqueness that is our pod situation. But my battery had died on Friday, so I wasn't able to let you see anymore. So I'm going to flip the camera around and give you kind of a visual of the room, so you can see where we're at now. So right here behind me, this is my guided reading station, and all I've done here so far is unpack my notebooks and kind of throw them on the shelf. I've kind of got to go through those and weed out some of the ones that I like to keep on the shelf for a regular basis throughout the year, and the rest will go in a cabinet, or I'll take this home for references. And it looks like my shelf is kind of leaning. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it looks like it might be broken or something, so I'll have to go in and fix that. This is just where I kind of keep my pens and stuff, and I had to tape that up over the summer so that it didn't break or bust, so I have to kind of go through and clean that up. That's kind of a little box that I get from IKEA, so I go in and I keep some cards and things in there that I use for guided reading. Same thing with that one. And I'm going to go through, oh, why did that go blurry? There it goes. Got to go through and kind of organize that a little bit better. This is my main guided reading area where I keep my group books and sets, and I'll do a separate video on how I work my guided reading groups later on down the road when that gets started. This is a little tub cart that I keep a lot of student supplies and things on, and then stuff for my math groups and some of my writing groups and things. And I'll do another video on that later when that gets kind of organized. So I'm going to flip you around. Now I'm going to give you kind of a panoramic shot of the classroom. So we have that wall right there. And then where that shark curtain is, it's actually not a wall. I don't know if you can tell, but that's actually open space. That space behind that is my partner teacher, another first grade teacher's classroom behind that. Our classrooms, I don't feel like they're small, but they are small in a sense. That's why I like the flexible seating choice that I have, because I don't feel like you can fit a lot of furniture in here. So if I'm standing back here in the very back corner where my guided reading, where I just showed you where all my books were, that's my classroom. That's it. That's that little corner where my other first grade buddy is, and that's it. So that's the wall I have. So it provides a very unique environment for my kiddos. And surprisingly enough, they don't really bother, it doesn't bother them all that much. They don't really get disturbed by the other classrooms. They didn't really notice the other teacher. I think, one, they're used to it from kindergarten maybe, but two, the way that we divide that space up with the curtain and the cubbies over there, they don't really notice it. But because I choose to do flexible seating, I don't have traditional desks or anything in my room. Now, when I actually get this put together, and I'll do a classroom tour video next week after school gets started, so you can see all the different nooks and spaces and all of that. You'll see that it's kind of a unique little setup, and that's kind of why I thought to start my channel, is because there's a lot of teachers out there with the traditional classroom with the four walls and the doors, and there's just not that much. There's a lot of teachers that have this type of space to work with, and I thought that was unique. So I thought I'd share what I do, and you guys can share back what you do, and hopefully offer some suggestions for me as well, because I love to hear those. Now, I don't like to put a lot on my walls, so you will not see a lot go up on any of my bulletin boards. I want the kids to put things up, so I will add a little bit to this bulletin board as far as titles and things. I will put, there's my word wall. Let's see if that'll focus a little bit more. So that's going to be my word wall. Walk over there too and see if my camera will. And I start off with like the kids, like kindergarten words. We'll go through and add those sorts of things. And then I have the numbers up. And I'm actually going to take down the class rules. We actually do those together, so those will come down in our ABC chart. I put my calendar board over there. I just have to revamp it, so I'm going to do that over the next couple days. This is actually going to be my math area over here, but we haven't done anything in math yet, so that'll be pretty blank, other than I'll add a few pocket charts and things to get it ready. But like I said, my kids haven't been here yet, so I leave it a lot blank. I don't like to put up, and we don't have a lot of wall space, so not a lot goes up. And then, as you can see, I'm obsessed with sharks, so my room is entirely done in sharks, and I have to add a few pieces yet. My goal is to make this a shark tunnel. This is kind of a shared space between the other teacher and I. My kids' cubbies are right there. This space right here is my students' book boxes, or are my students' book boxes throughout the year, so those will be labeled with their names once I have them. And then this is like my little nook sink area. So I'll spin this around so you can see. It's just a filing cabinet, and I painted my filing cabinets blue, which is lovely. And I don't know if you can see, this is where I store all of my personal books that I use. As you can imagine, we don't have a lot of space to store things here, since we don't have walls or things of that nature. So this is what I use. Books on this shelf are math books, and then books are on this shelf are author studies, and then like these are my books that I use in writing down here, and then these books down here are all books that I think there's some more author studies, and then character ed type books, and then these are like big groups of books that I can use as extras for guided reading for some of my higher groups, so like sets of 6 or 5 chapter books. And this is my data wall that I use in my classroom. I'm a huge data binder person, and that's going to go up in my TPT store when I finish my data binder, and I'll do a video attached to my TPT store. When I get that, I have to make sure that I don't put anything in there that I can't use for my district. So I have to be careful not to use something that my district wants to use. I just don't want to cross hurt, whatever. Not copyright, because our district doesn't have anything. But, you know what I mean. So this is in my closet. Hot mess of a closet right now, but this is really our only storage space within the classroom that the kids don't have access to. They're not allowed to go into my closet. So this holds all of my tubs. In each one of my tubs, they're like my month tubs. So, this one is like my Christmas one, I think, on the top. So I actually have to flip them, which would probably be a job for my husband. So I think this is like Christmas, and then this is probably November, and then October. So they're probably all reversed right now from last year. And then the books and my files and stuff are in there. It's a goal of mine this year to go through and put all of my files into notebooks and put the books in just the tubs by themselves. So they're less heavy, and I need to buy new tubs. Those tubs are about 15 years old each, and so they've seen better days. And then each one of my tubs up here are organized by my centers. So like this is my word work center, and all I have to do is go in and pull out the baggie for that month. I try to make it easy on myself, and I'm in the process of trying to revamp some of my centers. I'm not nearly where I want to be with creating my center, so I use a lot of other teachers' products, which is what I love about TPT. Hopefully one day I'll be able to create some of my own center products, but I am completely okay with paying for other people. So I will link some of my favorite TPT sellers to this video if you need some ideas. I love Reagan Tunstall's products, and I love Dee Dee Wills, and I love Deanna Jump. But there's Dee Dee Wills and Deanna Jump are kindergarten. Beginning of the year, that's not such a big deal because we know that our kids need reviews for kindergarten. So that's okay for the beginning of the year, but after about the first couple of weeks, that didn't work. So yeah, this is where I am right now. Like I said, I will do more of a detailed classroom tour once it's all finished, because it is a embarrassment at the moment, but this is real life. So I just wanted to give you kind of an update. Spin you back around. I wanted to give you kind of an update and just kind of say hello, because I think this is just going to be my second video up on my channel. Since I'm such a new blogger and face to YouTube, hopefully I'll be getting a lot more videos posted throughout the year, and depending on, I guess, when you go back and watch this video, over the year or years. Right now it's 2017, so I will sign off for now. I'm planning on coming back to school this afternoon after our training and actually working, so I will check back in and let you see me do actually some work in here and clean up a little bit and get some things actually organized and see where I'm at. So for now, I will see you guys in a little bit. Hello everybody. It is afternoon. We are back from our Tuesday training. I thought I would check in and let you guys see what I was going to do this afternoon. I have about an hour until I have to leave for today. So I'm going to work in my room for a little while, and I thought I'd let you guys hang out with me and see what I'm going to work on. My plan is to try to get a few boxes undone and get some shelves together. So let's get to work. Okay, so let me show you what I just did with my shelf down here. So I actually bought a shelf from IKEA. However, when I went to IKEA to buy this shelf, I bought one of those little stair step shelves, and I'll insert a clip right here. When I bought that shelf, the lady at IKEA told me, because they were out of the bins, and she said, well, you can just go online and order the bins. Well, I went online to order the bins, and those bins are unavailable for online ordering. So I have the shelf, but no bins. So I have no way to use that shelf as of right now. So I have to just wait and find the bins later. So I'm just going to go with what I have in my classroom right now and just not use that shelf, just stick with my old shelf. So my shelf right now in my classroom looks like this, and it's yucky. But I'll fix that, later on after school starts when I have some more time. I put my math manipulatives on the shelf, and my plan later on is to organize all my math manipulatives in my cute little IKEA matching bins that I have. My shelf from IKEA, kind of like this one, except it's a little stair-steppy one. But this one is just going to have to do for right now. I'm a teacher hoarder, so I think I got this shelf a couple years back from, a hallway somewhere. So it's just going to have to work. And I'm sure that I could fix it and make it look all fancy and cute, but we have our meet and greet students on Friday, and school starts Monday, and I'm just don't have time. So this will work for right now. It'll do. So this is what I have to work with. My big tubs are going to work down here, some of my smaller tubs in the middle, and then my smallest tubs on top. And that's just kind of how that shelf is going to lay out. Now, what I'm going to plan on doing with these are my two tall IKEA shelves, and I did not have the one that's got the green on it last year. I had the yellow one last year, and I love, love, love these shelves. If you have an IKEA near you and you are a teacher, that is the best $40 for a shelf that I have ever spent. And then the bins that go in it, there's 10, and that was $3, so the entire system cost me $70. I bought, one year, and then this year I bought the second one. And if you have ever watched Mr. Greg from Kindergarten Smorgasbord, he has his centers set up using a system very similar to sort of what I'm going to do this year. I'm not going to do exactly what he does, but I'm going to do something a little bit similar come September. So I thought I would go ahead and invest in another set. I will link his video for his centers down below. But I'm going to do a similar system to what he does because his system is amazing. So shout out to Mr. Greg from Kindergarten Smorgasbord. And I think that these from IKEA are a great way if you don't have very much money. And I know $70 for a system is still a lot of money, but compared to $300 or $400, which if you have ever shopped in a teacher's catalog, that's what they can cost. That's a lot. These are what my school district provides, and I haven't gotten around to finishing those up. But on the bottom down here, I plan on putting some of our notebooks and things, because we don't have desks, so I have to have storage for my kids' stuff. So that's what's going to go down there, some of their notebooks and things like that. So I've got to keep those pretty empty until the students come in. And like I said, I'll do a complete classroom tour once my room is completely set up. So I've got to do the calendar still. I'm working on that. I have to order my easel because I'm getting rid of my big book stand. It's just too cumbersome and too big, and I'd like to organize my big books a little bit better, and fix my word wall up a little bit. So those are some things. That tent over there, that's one of the things I get asked about a lot. That's actually where my kids, it's their favorite spot to be in the classroom. That is a tent. I think I ordered it from Amazon. And that is, my room is decorated in sharks. I don't know if I've told you guys that, but that is the kids' favorite place to be. They like to sit inside the shark's mouth and read or write or work. I think I ordered that from Oriental Trading, and my husband kind of fixed it so that the kids could crawl inside the shark's mouth and sit inside the tent, and it's their little cozy spot. And its shark's tail, kind of hard to see, is behind it on the wall, and they're kind of in the ocean background right there. But they also can go inside there if they're having kind of a moment and they need a break. So they like that little space over there. Sorry, I'm out of breath. Whew. So that's kind of where we're at. I got that one shelf done. I'm still working, so let's get back to work. So I wanted to give you a last look before I post this video. This is my room as of right now. My next video will probably be a classroom tour video. I might do it before open house, or I may just post some pictures. So what I've gotten done, I've gotten my shelf organized over there. I've got my math shelf over there in the corner organized. I have to put those books away and those books away on the shelf. If I swing it around over here, that shelf that I was looking at this morning, I've gotten that sorted and some books organized. In my guided reading center, I've gotten cleaned up a little bit. I've got a lot of work to do still, so don't get me wrong, I still have a lot to do, but this gives you an idea of an open concept classroom. I still have a lot of stuff to get up on the walls and a lot to do, but I have to leave today, so I wanted to go ahead and post the first part 1 video, and I'm going to try to get part 2 posted, but I wanted to go ahead and get kind of step 1 of what it's like if you're a new teacher, if you've got an open classroom setting, or if you're moving, so you can kind of see where I'm at. And if you have if you're in the same boat as me, or if you have any advice or anything of that nature, if you're trying out flexible seating, I start from the get-go. I don't bring in chairs and desks and then phase out. We just go right from the start. So I know that you see chairs. Those chairs are actually for my computers right there, and then a couple of the chairs go to that table over there for a math. It's kind of like a math station, and then for that table for like a writing station. This table right here is yoga balls. That's table actually goes on the carpet for like a flat carpet table. That table right there is a yoga ball table, and then that table right there holds the rocker chairs. So, and then the rest of the kids or all of the kids. They don't ever have to sit at a table per se, but they sit around the room. They sit on mats. Sometimes they sit on the couch that I have to buy a new cushion for. Sometimes they sit in there. Sometimes they just sit on the carpet. Sometimes they sit underneath the tables with their feet up in the air. Sometimes they sit off in my little corner over here. Sometimes they sit in that little chair. Sometimes they sit underneath my table. I don't really have any particular spot. They don't ever like sign in or sign out a spot or check in a spot. As long as they're not fussing or arguing, I don't really particularly care. But I'll do a separate video and walkthrough. If you would like to see a video of a day in the life of that, of how the seating works, leave me a comment down below, and I can do like a day in the life of flexible seating. But for now, I'm going to sign off part 1 of my panic room video, because I'm in full-on panic mode to try to get everything done. So I'm going to head off today and be here bright and early at 6:30 in the morning to try to get another hour or so working, and hopefully finish up tomorrow with a good chunk of stuff, and Thursday. I hope to get everything done by Thursday. I have to get everything done by Thursday because Friday we open our doors, even though we don't have any doors. We open our doors for our parents. So I hope that this has provided some insight into my world. Be sure that you go check me out on Instagram at iHeartPrimary, and on Facebook, on my Facebook page, iHeartPrimary, and my blog, iHeartPrimary.com. And make sure that you like this page and share me out to your friends so that it can reach more teachers. And I will see you next time.